Hi, you fantastic believers. How are you doing? I have a challenge for you. I've been thinking a lot about paths. What is a path? Paths naturally are made when people walk along a certain route often enough. At first, the path might be difficult to walk and strange, but the more we walk on that path, the easier it gets. Sometimes we use stones and concrete to make it easier and clearer for others to follow. But all paths lead to somewhere, sometimes to good places, but sometimes to bad places. And the word tells us a lot about the paths of our mind. We want to be on that path that leads to good places. The word says that the paths of righteousness lead to pleasures evermore. I'm into that. His presence, I'm into that. Answered prayer, I'd like that. And rewards, fantastic. And many other places too. Let's look at Psalm 119. 119 has a lot of stuff in it about the paths which refer to the mind. And in verse 9 it goes, how can a young person, that's you and me, how can a young person stay on that path of purity? That's the path that we want to stay on. And the answer is by living according to your word. So that's how we stay on the path of righteousness. I seek you with my whole heart. Seeking is like looking, isn't it? We're looking down a path, we're looking for something. I seek you with my whole heart, not half my heart, but my whole heart. Do not let me stray. Remember, straying off a path, don't let me stray from your commands. Sometimes our minds get a bit mad and a bit frantic and a bit all over the place, and everybody goes like that sometimes. But in verse 11 it says, I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. So when our minds are all over the place, and sometimes they get like that, we should hide God's word in our hearts, memorize it. The time to memorize God's word is when your mind is peaceful and you can choose verses that you like. When your mind is going all over the place, that's when you go back to those verses which are in your heart. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Praise be to you, Lord, and teach me your decrees. Praising God is a great way of staying on that path. With my lips I recount all the laws that come from your mouth. What we say with our mouth is really important, and speaking about our great journey with God is a great way of staying on that path. I rejoice in following your statutes. We're following on somebody else's footsteps, following along a path. I rejoice in following your statutes as one that rejoices in great riches. They are great riches. There are great riches for us. I meditate on your precepts and consider your ways. And there are times when we just have to stop and consider what the word says. Meditate on his word. Meditate on his goodness. Meditate on his presence. I delight in your decrees and I will not neglect your word. So my challenge for you is this. I would like you to go into the garden and find a path, maybe a garden path, maybe a path that animals have made in your garden, or maybe inside, maybe a well-worn path in your garden, in your house, in your carpet. I don't want you to go onto Google. I want you to find those paths and make either a video or take a photograph and share it with us all. Remember that Jesus is the way, the truth and the life. I look forward to seeing your video. This is my video coming up now. Here is a young man trying to navigate across rocky waters, but there has been a path laid before him and he is walking along that path with confidence. Bye, look forward to seeing your videos.